Welcome to Cryptoperdiem. In today's video, I'm going to be going over some of the reasons why I'm so bullish on Polymath. Hopefully you'll find this video educational and it spurs you to do your own research. Of course, it must be said that I do not offer any form of financial advice. This is just me simply giving my opinion. You got to do your own research, like I said, and make your own decisions. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a quick look over the price chart, then we're going to go over to the Polymath website, read a little bit of information, get some recent articles, and hopefully I could paint a picture for you. So looking at the Polymath BTC price chart here on Binance.com, we can see here, this is way back in 2018, and you can see how the price just steadily dropped during the bear market. Had a bit of a upkick here when the testnet got launched, and then we see here the last couple of months the trend, it's looking nice and bullish. If we go down to the 1 day, you can see right here what's happening. Okay, you ain't got to be a genius to see the trend that is on, so it's good, and hopefully it keeps it up. All right, so Polymath, what are they about? Let's read this. Our story. Polymath makes it easy to create, issue, and manage tokens on the blockchain. Over 200 tokens have been deployed using our Ethereum-based solution, and we are now in the midst of launching Polymesh, which the incentivized testnet is launching on the 31st of March, and it's going to be going live for awards from April the 13th. Okay, so in the midst of launching Polymesh, an institutional grade blockchain built specifically for regulated assets. It streamlines antiquated processes and opens the door to new financial instruments by solving the inherent challenges with public infrastructure around identity, compliance, confidentiality, and governance. Now, just this by itself is bullish. This idea, this innovation is bullish, okay, because they're solving a problem, okay. They are creating a way for institutions to save money, okay. That's what it's all about. They're making it easier, more efficient, and it saves money. And if it saves money, then there's value, okay. As far as I'm concerned, it's a very good idea and a big idea, because this ain't nothing small. We're talking about securities. Okay, let's move on to the next article. All right, why security tokens? A new class of assets, truly digital securities. It says here what can be tokenized. All right, so you got traditional liquid assets, public traded equity, bonds, and debt. All right, so debt can be tokenized, bonds, publicly traded equity. Additionally, traditionally illiquid assets can also be tokenized. So you've got private placements, real estate. Now look at what we're talking about. Look at the size of these markets that we're talking about that could potentially be tokenized. All right, real estate. Okay, you've got fine art, intellectual property, synthetic baskets, other tangible and intangible assets. Okay, building industry consistency. All right, efficiency. Security tokens remove legacy middlemen. All right, so it makes the whole process cheaper, resulting in more efficient fundraising and trading with built-in corporate actions like voting or dividends. All right, because on the Polymesh blockchain, you'll have corporate actions where you can automatically um, issue dividends. It's just beautiful. All right, makes it easier. 24/7 market access with no weekends, holidays, or bank closures. You decide when you want to trade. Okay, beautiful. That's good. Liquidity, fractional asset ownership, the tokenization of traditionally illiquid assets, and access to global investor pools can enable previously non-existent secondary markets. So what that means is, just to give you an example, you might have a real estate project that's worth, like, 1 billion, 2 billion, whatever the case may be, a large amount of money. And usually you know, there's only a small amount of people that's got the kind of money to invest in those projects. But if you can fractionalize the ownership of that asset and sell it as a token, now you're talking about you're having more investors being able to invest. Okay, so it gives you more liquidity. Okay. Um, Democratization of investable opportunities, diversify your portfolio with access to previously unavailable or traditionally illiquid assets. Um, Transparency, have a real-time view of your cap table at all times. And automation, programmatic dividends can be paid on daily, monthly, or any period as defined by issuer. Okay. In fact, there was a let me see if I can find it. Give me a second. Yeah, this is what I wanted to show. They're actually doing a live demo on the 24th of March. Corporate actions on Polymesh. Automate and simplify the creation and receipt of corporate actions. This quick demo will walk you through creating and issuing a dividend on Polymesh in less than 20 minutes. So let's have a quick read. Blockchain can bring significant benefits to corporate actions, processing, and management. In 2020, 87% of global asset managers, wealth managers, custodians, clearinghouses, and investment banks were still processing at least some of their corporate actions manually. There's a better way. Move at the speed of today's market. Watch Polymesh automate the corporate actions lifecycle to help increase efficiency and decrease errors and overhead. Beautiful. Solving problems. See the power of purpose-built, general-purpose blockchain struggle to accommodate corporate actions and requirements. See how a purpose-built blockchain narrows the gap. Okay, so remember, Polymesh is purpose-built. All right, it's purpose-built. What more? What more do you need? What more do you want to see? Explore the future. Learn how corporate actions on Polymesh open the door for future improvements like token holder communications and other types of capital distribution. Okay. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out real quick. Let's jump back over here. Yeah, so automation. Good. Okay. Now this is an article that came out March the 16th, and it says the rise of digital securities. And I think it's this one that had an advert for Polymath. Nah, the next one, the next article. Okay. So we're going to read some of this, right? So it says in 2021, the modern economic landscape is already beginning to shift. All right, the growth of cryptocurrencies and decentralized finance has been a part of the discussion for years, but the reality of how it will impact securities trading is finally being realized. Okay, so we're at a point where these things have existed. Okay, STOs and these things have existed for, you know, not a month. It's existed for years now, but we're at the point where now there's going to be more and more adoption. Okay, all right, it's going to get sped up because all these businesses, all right, in the world now, even more so than before, are looking for an edge. All right, they're looking for a competitive edge, and these technologies can provide that. They can save you money. They can streamline your business, make it more efficient, more competitive. All right, and this is what's going to spur on faster and faster adoption. An increasing number of securities, well, sorry, they call it what, the fourth industrial revolution. Okay, it's happening now. It's being sped up by this COVID crisis. An increasing number of securities are now digitized, underpinned by distributed ledger technology that provides the necessary tools that allow for cheaper, and ultimately more secure markets, regardless of asset type. Okay, this is why it's bankable. It's just a matter of who are going to be the players. All right, and I believe that Polymath is going to be a major player when it comes to uh, the tokenization of securities. Okay, it's not going to be the only player, but it's going to be a major player, which there's value there. Digital securities offer an opportunity, and that's what it's all about. All right, the Polymath team have seen an opportunity, and if you choose to invest in Polymath, you are also seeing an opportunity. Okay, that's what it's all about, realizing an opportunity. DLT is poised to transform financial markets by both introducing innovative new types of products as well as changing how the underlying infrastructure works. The dematerialization of the public securities market has been going on for years, but still the majority of the 6.5 trillion private securities market remains opaque. Look at that number, 6.5 trillion. There's a whole bunch of growth out there, inefficient and illiquid. Okay, so the whole point of Polymesh is to the digitization of the tokenization of securities is to make it more efficient, is to make it more see-through, so to speak, open, is to make it more liquid. All right, digital securities offer the opportunity to digitize the ownership of trillions of dollars in assets and create a brand new global ecosystem. Right, and we're going to go into that because I believe that Polymath is going to be a big player in that ecosystem, and they're even building their own ecosystem with other players from the traditional side of things and also from the digital space. Okay, this will then have a major impact on public markets by facilitating the introduction of many alternative assets that would otherwise not be listed, such as private equity or non-bankable assets. Furthermore, it stands to lower costs for both the issuing firms and their customer. That's a win-win. That's what we like to see. We like to see win-wins. All right, a win-win-win, because it'll also be a win-win for us, those who are holders, stakers. Already, astute financial institutions are offering clients easier access to these products by way of digital securities. What really sweetens the deal is that using the technology reduces, and on average, 40% of the cost of issuance, post-trade settlement, and asset servicing. And if you go to the Polymath website, they actually offer, where is it, on the technical blog, you can see, I believe, is it on the technical blog? Give me a sec. Right, so all you got to do is found it. You got to scroll down. It's on the resource center, and you see here you got on the market land case study. Let's have a quick look, because you've already had businesses that have been using the Polymath token studio on the Ethereum based blockchain, and so it says Polymath technology helps Marketland provide a blockchain enabled business lending service to capital market investors seeking higher returns and SMEs raising capital and increasing cash flow. And you can put your email in and get the full case study, but the key takeaways are 3 corporate loans issued, 1 source of truth. Okay, so using blockchain, companies and investors have a golden source of truth to ensure that they're on the same page with regards to stakes and rights, with reduced friction, minimizes costs, and increases trust between parties. Hundreds of thousands of dollars saved, which is the bottom line, and ultimately that's what businesses care about. They care about how much money can they save and how easy it is to do it. What are the barriers? And Polymath through Polymesh is all about reducing those technical barriers, making it easy to save money. By white labeling Polymath technology, Marketland didn't have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on building its own asset tokenization platform. Okay, so they're making it easy. Okay, 4 weeks to implement. Marketland went live with Polymath technology in just weeks, saving potentially years it would have taken to build its own tech stack and reap the benefits of security tokens. All right, so that's that one. We also have another, is it Red Swan? Yeah, this is another case study here. So tokenization, commercial real estate. Red Swan SRE marketplace is building the largest online marketplace of digital asset-backed SRE securities. All right, key takeaways: 2.2 billion, potentially the largest tokenization by a single entity to date. Red Swan has tokenized 2.2 billion in commercial real estate, 10k to 10 mil. Through tokenization, Red Swan has made Class A properties available to investors who are normally shut out of investing in commercial real estate. Okay, 1 hour. Token Studio has a very easy to use interface, even for a non-technical user, which is key. So it only took Red Swan an hour to create tokens for 12 properties. All right, so these businesses don't have to go out and hire a bunch of technical staff, man. Okay, so again, it's all about cutting costs and being more competitive. All right. Right, so let's go back where we were in the article. All right, so on average, 40% of the cost of issuance, post-trade settlement, and asset servicing. I say, considering that digital securities can represent any traditional asset, equity, debt, real estate, natural resources, and infrastructure, it is easy to see why this is such a promising trend. Right, this is why I'm so bullish on Polymath. All accomplished through a process called tokenization, made possible thanks to blockchain technology. The recent interest in non-fungible tokens, NFTs, in the media and entertainment industry is a good example. Tokenization and its benefits. Traditionally, most private securities trades are performed using certificates of ownership. Thanks to blockchain technology as well as smart contracts, which are basically decentralized code, it isn't very difficult to tokenize virtually any security. Using programs called oracles, the resulting token can then be pegged to an underlying asset real-world value. Now, the same benefits that come with cryptocurrency trading can be applied to virtually any stock or even commodity. This stands to offer a massive advantage. That's what we like to hear, and that's what businesses like. Advantages, competitive edge. To firms that embrace this new technology, now providing brokerage, trading, and custodial services should be notably cheaper. You see, as many of these processes will be handled by smart contracts. Settlements can happen virtually instantly and again with minimal oversight. Another benefit is that DLTs can enable a high degree of interoperability between different markets, as the underlying infrastructure should be largely the same. This increased access to an easy transfer of digitized assets has the potential to dramatically increase liquidity on once illiquid products. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, blockchain enables a level of security, authenticity, and transparency that has previously been difficult, if not impossible, for these companies to provide. And you see, that's why Polymesh is all about that KYC, AML, all of that. Everything above board. Blockchain transactions are immutable, meaning there's almost no chance for fraud to occur, and the entire history of all activity is readily available for both counterparties and regulators alike. As long as assets are properly tokenized, then traders can have full faith in the veracity of their portfolio at all times, which is beautiful. Right. So, the path to offering digital securities. In order for this to become a practical solution, businesses need access to systems that can facilitate all these steps and easily. One option for a company would be to develop a tokenization platform in-house, but this could take years and would come with significant upfront costs, regulatory and compliance hurdles to be addressed, as well as identifying the most suitable technology to utilize for your needs now and in the future. An alternative option, which is where Polymath would come in, all right, with the new Polymesh blockchain. An alternative option would be for business to utilize an existing third-party platform. There are already some all-in-one tokenization suites available from companies like DASL, an out-of-box, production-ready, robust finance-grade application designed with asset creation in mind. These types of systems come already built for the full range of functionalities needed for tokenization and trade, especially focused on regulation compliance, which can be a real headache in the market. So they're doing the same thing that let's see if we can find any information. They're doing the same thing that Polymath is doing. There you go. So this is the DASL. There you go. So that's them. But we dealing with Polymath because that's what's up. Okay. Right. So yeah. So they're obviously some form of competitor for Polymath, but there's always going to be competitors and other players. Although there are a number of different security token platforms available, choosing to work with one underpinned by Corda, a distributed ledger designed specifically for the needs of highly regulated institutions, will not only ensure the longevity of your offering, but you'll have a secure, extensible turnkey solution supported by industry experts. The exponential pace of asset digitalization provides immense opportunities to reshape capital markets. Whichever way a company chooses to enter, digital securities stand to open the door to a whole new type of global market, one that resembles the efficiency of cryptocurrencies, but still uses tangible assets as a basis. Okay, ultimately, it is uncertain how fast this technology will be adopted, but it does look like the way of the future. As more companies realize the potential benefits and jump on board, any entity that doesn't will possibly be left behind. Okay, so beautiful. This is why I'm so bullish on Polymath. And okay, you got DASL, that's one of their competitors, but that's to be expected. You're gonna have competitors, you're gonna have other players in the game. Okay, but the point of the matter is you can see where it's heading overall. You can see where this thing is going. Okay, this is STOKR raises 3.9 million from investors to meet surging security token demand. You see that? Surging security token demand. And this is from 8 hours ago, this article. All right, it says Stoker, the EU's pioneering digital marketplace for alternative assets, today announced the conclusion of a pre-Series A funding round with strategic investment from Borderless Capital, Utopia Genesis Foundation, and G1 Ventures. With over 3.9 million raised in total, Stoker plans to scale up its investment platform to meet the surge in demand for EU-compliant security token offerings, STOs. And look who you see advertising right here. Polymath. All right, so you see where this is going. Okay, there's another article on there, and also I wanted to get a little PDF up as well. Give me 1 second, let me get that out for you. All right, so this is a good little PDF here, entitled "The Tokenization of Assets is Disrupting the Financial Industry. Are you ready?" So this is another article that you can go and read. Just go search for it and read. I'm not going to read it all, but it's got a lot of information in there, you know, speaking about all the different aspects of tokenization. Right, but this ultimately, this is why I'm so bullish on Polymath, because of the idea, because of the innovation, because of, you know, the trend, the future trends. This is where everything is going. Everything is going digital, the fourth industrial revolution. Right, tokenization is a big deal, especially the tokenization of real world assets. And Polymath are positioning themselves to be a major player in that. Okay, and then for me personally, I see value there. I see great value. I see great growth. All right, now whether you see it or not, that's up to you. You got to do your own research. Okay, you got to use your own eyes and your own ears. Right, now on the Polymath website, there's a section called the security token ecosystem. Okay, so they're actually building up an ecosystem of companies that can, you know, help issuers of these tokens. So you got advisory firms which are already, you know, signed up to be a part of the ecosystem, and of course they still would allow people to use their own advisory services, but these are just ones that are part of the Polymath ecosystem as it is. So you got advisory firms, legal firms, KYC, AML, you know, processors, marketing firms, custody and escrow, which Coinbase is one of them. Token sale platforms. So you got DigiShares, you know, their capitalization table management with DigiShares, and tax services. And you know, you can only envision that this ecosystem is going to grow. Okay, now I looked up some of these companies just to see, you know, where they were based. Not all of them, but some of them. And you can see here, just, you know, having a look at the advisories. You got Affiliates on is Malta, which a lot of these companies are international. Athena's from the US, Chain Partners is from South Korea, and you notice a lot of the Koreans are buying up the Poly and holding the Poly. Over there in Asia, you can really see that a lot of those companies, they're used to cutting edge technology and using the latest innovation. So I can see them jumping in this thing, you know, head first. DLA Piper, they They're present in like 40. They got clients in like 40 different countries. QRC Group, and they cover Asia and Southeast Asia. So you can see this Polymath thing is going to be a global thing. Okay, it's not going to be just any one country, and that's why, you know, they got a lot of work to do in terms of making sure that, you know, whatever they do is compliant in all these different countries. On the legal side of things, you got Chinese legal firms, GOT laws, Malaysia, and across Southeast Asia, Swiss and international, Japanese firms, Canadian firms. Okay, so the ecosystem is being built. It's a global ecosystem. You got companies from all over the world that want to, you know, join in and see what they can do here. All right, innovate, grow. So yeah, these are just some of the reasons why I'm so bullish on Polymath and the Polymesh blockchain and what they're doing going forward. I really do believe that they're gonna see adoption real fast. It's gonna be like a this what they call it, the snowball effect. You know, I can really see the snowball effect happening as more and more companies start tokenizing assets and making money and saving money. It's just gonna be like, okay, we got to be competitive. We got to do what they're doing. You know, we got to change over to this technology because it's more efficient. You know, it's cheaper. All that good stuff. You can't go wrong. How can you go wrong? All right, and you can see that the team is doing their job. Right, they're very competent. Right, they're getting it done. What more can you ask for? Okay. So if you like the video, if you're still around, you know, give me a like, share the video, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. I'll see if I could put some of these articles up in the description box for you if you want to find them. But yeah, man, I ain't really got nothing more to say, man. Do your own research, man. And one thing I will say is when there's opportunity, me personally, the way things are in the world right now, if you can get an opportunity to get into something when it's growing, when it's in the growth stage, right at the beginning, you can't ask for more than that, man. You know, especially when you're a little guy like me. These opportunities are once in a lifetime opportunities, you know. So have a good day or have a good night wherever you are in the globe. Goodbye.